Hi there, happy Monday. Today is May 7th, and we are January, February, March, April, May. We're getting into second quarter. So think about where you are and what you've been up to and what you're getting accomplished for this year, because it's going by fast. So today I wanted to talk about why the money is in your list. And so many people ignore this, and it's probably just because, if you haven't worked with someone or hired a coach or a mentor that emphasizes this, people get stuck in, I have to have a website, I have to do Facebook Lives, I have to do video, I need to have a social media presence, I need to do all these things, I need to get a logo, I need to brand myself, I need to do all this. None of it's important unless you're building your list. And not enough people say this. It's really, really crucial. And I think the reason why people don't give it enough attention and give it enough focus is because when you first start building your list, you don't start making $1 million overnight. It isn't how it works. And that goes back to kind of the awareness pyramid and the sales pyramid of, at the top of the pyramid, there's only about 3% of the people out there that are ready to buy today that you're going to come in contact with. And the next 6% is really close to buying, but they're just not quite ready yet, or they're not sure about you, if you're the right one to buy from. And then the next 30% are people who are thinking about what you offer, but they're not there yet. They're just kind of thinking about it. They might be curious, and they're, potentially open. And then the next 30% don't know that you have a solution to their problem. They may not even be that aware of their problem. And sometimes we need to make them aware of the problem and offer a solution so that they actually want what you offer, right? And then the last 30% of people have no interest at all in what you offer, and they're just off the table. You're never going to sell to them. They don't care, and they're not interested. And so I see a lot. There's just so much noise out there that tells you, do video, which I'm guilty of telling you to do that all the time. But the purpose of doing things like that, the purpose of doing video, the purpose of having a social media presence is to let people know, like, and trust you, but to get them on your email list, to put them in your audience and inside your tribe, and have them become, your raving fans. And not enough people direct people onto their email list. They'll direct them to a ManyChat sequence, or they'll direct them to, private message me, and all that is fine. All of that works, especially if you don't have an email list yet. But what I want you to really understand today, in today's, little thing here, is that you have to be building your email list. What happens is, if you don't, you lose people. You're going to lose leads. They're going to just wander away on the internet and go watch somebody else. And when they're on your email list, you have an opportunity to continue to follow up, let them get to know you, and so that they can understand what you offer and then buy from you. And of course, this is the whole reason why we do funnels. It's to build an email list and also to sell, sell stuff right away. You can do that too with a funnel. But the money is in your list. I was so lucky. The first thing I was ever taught was to build your email list. Like, once you start building your list and you get more and more people on your list, they will eventually buy from you, unless you're so bad at follow-up that you never build the relationship. If you don't follow up and give them value and help them solve their problems for why they got on your list in the first place, if you don't do any of that stuff, of course, your list is going to be worthless, right? So the purpose is to nurture your list and help them get whatever it is they're looking for as much as you possibly can, so that they can know that you know what you're talking about, that they know that you can help them, and that you're worth buying from. You know, you're worth working with and worth buying from. So the money is in your list. Now, there's lots of different autoresponders out there that manage your list. That's what an autoresponder does. It keeps track of all those people in there. It keeps track of what emails they open, whether or not they click on the link inside the email. You can segment your lists so that you can have a sub list of people who actually opened the emails. You can do all kinds of fancy stuff, but you can keep it really simple when you first start. So when we say build your list, what we're really saying is grow your tribe. And so if you need to think of it that way, it's a great way to think of it, is, you know, grow your tribe. And we say build your email list because that's like the mechanism that we use to grow our tribe. But that's what you want to be doing. So if you do not have an autoresponder yet, I use Aweber. You can get it at get-aweber.com. You'll get a 30-day free trial. And they've got tutorials. It's really not hard to figure out, not hard to set up. You set up an email list, you name it, and that just say, you know, my email list, right? And then you just set it up with, you know, who it's going to be, who the emails are going to be coming from, and you want that to be your name, and an email that's not a Gmail or a Hotmail or a Yahoo. Don't use free email addresses in your autoresponder. The number one job of an autoresponder is to make sure that you're not spamming people. So they have rules and restrictions on what you can and can't do. Like if you already have an email list from MailChimp or another autoresponder, they're not going to want you to upload that list, because they don't really know if those people actually really opted in or not. That's going to be really difficult. Can you add people manually? Yes, you can add people manually, and also upload, you know, a certain number of people per day, and then tell, for example, Aweber does it this way, and just tell them what website that they opted in on so that they can go on your list legitimately. But the most important thing is when you build your list, when you grow it, and you just keep growing it and growing it and growing it, eventually some of those people are going to be ready to buy. And so that's why you never give up. That's why we never give up. I've seen so many people build their funnel, start growing their list. They have 40 people on their list. They have 100 people. They have 175 people on their list. They're getting discouraged. No one's bought yet. Well, these people don't know you well enough yet maybe to buy. You have to make sure that your targeting is really good so that you're targeting the right people that will buy. But manage your expectations. Don't expect people to buy right away. They want to see if you're trustworthy. They want to see if you know what you're talking about. They want to see if they like what you offer. You know, there's all different factors involved. They want to know that you're not always asking them to buy stuff. So it's something that you just never stop doing. You never, ever, ever stop building your list. And whether you do that manually or online, it doesn't matter. If you have a funnel, great, it's automated, right? But if you can collect business cards and then ask people, you know, I have a newsletter and it gives this type of value. Would you be interested in getting my newsletter? You know, or would you be interested in getting my ebook or my free report or whatever other lead magnet you have? And if people say yes, you can manually add them to your list. It just takes longer to do it that way. Paid advertising is the fastest way to grow your list and build your tribe. And that's why I promote that all the time. That's why I tell you guys to use Facebook ads and any other kind of paid advertising, because you can target really focused, and you can also you're going to get more qualified leads on your list when you use paid advertising like that. So this was going to be short and sweet today. I can't emphasize this enough. I think you need to observe around you what the top earners are doing in your niche. They're building their list. They're building their email list. And a lot of them don't give away that secret. They don't even talk about it. They tell you to go on social media and you have to use social media and you're going to get left behind and all that. And is all that true? Yeah, I agree with that. Because if you're not using social media, you will get left behind. If you're not using video, you will get left behind. What I'm telling you is if you don't build your list, you're going to get left behind. It's huge. And what happens is when you have someone on your list, you haven't lost them as a lead. If you're just keeping a spreadsheet or you have a CRM, a customer relationship management system that tells you when to follow up with people, when to call them and all that, that's fine. But if you're not using email marketing for those people, if you're not following up with them regularly and giving them value, you're leaving money on the table. And once you have that relationship with those people and they trust you and you recommend something, they will buy. They will buy all day long because it's like you're your own little mini Oprah. So create your own little mini Oprah. If Oprah goes on her TV show or on the radio and says, I just read such and such book. It's the best book of the summer. I just really enjoyed it. Everybody goes out and buys that book. That's exactly how an email list works if you're doing it the right way. And you can do it the right way, okay? All you need to do is give them value, help them get to know you, like you, trust you, and just never stop, never give up doing it. Keep doing it. So the money's in your list. Give me a comment if you're watching the replay. I hope this was helpful. And get-aweber.com is the one I use. You can get a 30-day free trial. Try it out. See if you like it. And if you don't, try a different one. That's, whatever works for you. So thanks again, and I will see you on the next training. Have a great day.